Hi everybody, it's me, Gretchen, and I'm here to show you how to make a wreath. So, the materials that you got in your kit should include this nice little pie plate, it's pretty, some floral foam, some tape, and some candles. So I'm going to start by soaking a piece of floral foam. And you just put it in a container that's big enough to hold it, and let it soak up water until it looks like it's wet. That's it. The directions on the thing say you don't even have to let it soak for very long. So I'm going to take my floral foam on my pie plate, and what I want to do is cover my pie plate so that I can make a wreath that goes all the way around. So I'm going to take a kitchen knife and I'm going to cut my block in half so that I have room to make my floral foam cover everything. Or floral foam, whatever it's called. I'm just going to take my pie pan and I'm going to fit my pieces in here any way I can. So I'm going to angle this camera down so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to cut some pieces so that it'll fit. Just get this to be snug as a bug in a rug. And you can keep trimming pieces until you have something that looks as neat as you'd like. It can be squished a bit. That's why this stuff is nice. And the nice thing about this is not only can it be squished, but you can water it. So over the next, month, you can keep watering your greens to keep your wreath looking fresh. And it's just kind of fun to squish. My daughter totally wanted to do this with me, but I know she would have just squished it. So I'm just filling this in as full as I'd like it. And we'll have a whole bunch of scraps if you're doing this in person, but everybody got a block of this nice squishy floral stuff, floral foam. The stuff for dry wreath making is more styrofoamy. This stuff is more squishy. Okay, so after I get my pieces fitted in there as good as I want, you do not have to be as fastidious as I am. I'm going to put some tape across this, and I'm going to make a tic-tac-toe pattern. So I'm going to make 2 pieces going across here and 2 pieces going across here. And that's for a simple reason. We're going to put advent candles in this, so if you don't crisscross your tape when you tape it down, then your tape is going to be in the way of what you're doing. So I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to get a piece that's nice and big to tic-tac-toe this. And I'll show you what it looks like after it's done. So I'm taping my little pie plate here. I have 2 pieces going across, and I'm going to put 2 pieces going the other direction. Hey, it's still me. I'm taping down the last couple pieces. I just wanted to show you that I made my tape longer than my pie pan. Kind of like if you're saran wrapping something, you want to always cut a bigger piece and just wrap it around. Same thing with this. Alright, I got my lovely little tic-tac-toe pattern. Now, I can go on to the next step. Now, when it comes to trimming down your greens, you can use thicker scissors like kitchen scissors, or if you have clippers, you can use those too. Now that I have my oasis taped down, I'm getting out this green sticky tack stuff, and I'm starting to get my candles, and I'm going to lay out 3 purple candles in the corner, and then I'm going to lay out the pink in the bottom right, and then I'm going to put the white candle in the other corner. So I'm putting some of this green sticky tack on the bottom of my candle, and what I'm going to do is push my candle all the way through this until that green stuff sticks into the bottom. I'm just going to be patient. Because it sticks to the plate. Now you might ask, oh no, my oasis, it's totally falling apart. What do I do about this? You can just shove some more oasis in the little holes. This stuff is a little smooshy, so. Alright, now I got that in contact with the bottom of the plate. That'll work better, make it happier. I'm going to take my next piece of sticky tack, put it on the bottom, because this stuff will stay and stick to the metal. Doesn't stick to the floral foam. Ew, this is like pre-chewed gum. Alright, I've got this on here. And I'm going to push this through, all the way. It's really down there. And I'll show you what it looks like when mine's done. Alright, now that I have my 5 candles in there, discovered less of the sticky tack is more because then it's not so dang big when I'm putting it down there. Now that I have these guys in there securely, I'm ready to start doing the funnest part, which is to start adding greens. So what I'm going to do is take plants from outside, and I'm going to start adding them on here. And this is the part I wanted to really drive home. So if you make your wreath go up as high as your candle will light your wreath on fire. Don't do that. Not a good idea. So when you're putting things in your wreath, you're going to think about the angle that you're putting it in. You're going to put stuff at like a 45-degree angle. Maybe a little bit of stuff slightly higher, but you don't want it to go anywhere near the top part of your candles, just for safety purposes. So I'm going to put things in my wreath coming up from the middle and going So I'm going to take some shrubbery leaves, some evergreen leaves. It could be anything. It could be pine, or if this is magnolia. And I'm going to start cutting some pieces that look like about a workable length for what I want to do in my wreath. And I'm going to take those pieces and I'm going to put them down in my wreath. And I'm going to keep adding more and more pieces, coming out from like a low angle until it starts to look like my wreath is filling up and filling in. The goal is to not see the oasis floral foam, to just see leaves. So this is the part that's going to take a while. I'm going to fast forward this for you. Okay, I'm getting really close to being done with my wreath, so what I'm doing is I'm turning around my wreath and I'm looking for any parts from the side where I can see the floral foam. So I'm looking for any little nooks and crannies that might not look so attractive. I'm just turning my wreath around, and I started to add another little kind of leafy guy again, making sure that I'm not putting it up too high, and I should be done in just a minute. Well, folks, there you have it. I finished my Advent wreath. I can't wait to light it with my family, and I hope you enjoy making yours too. And kids, help your parents clean up all the little leaves that are all over the floor, okay? All right, bye y'all.